Hello, so today we are going to do Leetcode May 1st, first bad version. So the problem says you are a product manager, let's suppose, and currently leading a team to develop a new product. And the latest version fails the quality check. And since each version is developed based on the previous version, all the versions after a bad versions are also bad. And so suppose you have n versions and we want to find out which one was the first bad one, which causes all the following ones to be bad, right? So you are given an API like this with is bad version that just tells you whether the version is bad or not, and we want to implement a function to find the first bad version, which after it we have only bad versions, and we want to minimize the number of calls to that version. This very much looks like a binary search problem, I think. So the pattern that we are looking for is either false, false, something that starts out as false and then becomes true, and once it becomes true, it never becomes false again. Or another pattern where it's true, 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 and then it becomes false, and once it becomes false, it never stop being false, and we are looking for the first true or the first false, or the first false, or the last true or the last false. So what we are looking for here is the first true, right? The first bad version. And so we just need to define that function, right? So the function is just bad version, so we can just write binary search here. So I think what we can do here is just do the boundaries 0 and n, and say while we want to go with the mid here, which is low plus high minus low, and then we want to do if so the API is bad version, which we can just call, it seems. Okay, so we just can do is bad version mid. Then so if it's bad version, maybe it's here, right? Maybe it's the first one, we don't know. So we want to move only left. That's the only way we can find a better solution. So here go left, and of course in the else we should go right. And so going left, but maybe it's like the actual one, so we want to include the mid there. And so we want to go left means reduce the high, right? So reduce the high, and what should the high be? It should be mid. And going right means, so it was false. If it's false and we want to go right, then we can just be here, and that would mean low is equal to mid. So if it's false, right, which means maybe we are here, so the only best way is to go right, and going right means making the low smaller, and so making the low be mid plus 1, I think. And now we could just check return low. Let's try this. Okay, so it looks good for that first example. Maybe we could try something else like 4. Okay, looks good. How about 11 and 1? Should be probably 4 as well. No, it's 1. Okay, let's try to submit. Okay, so that's actually accepted. Great. Yep, so pretty straightforward, just using straight binary search here. Yeah.